Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for another video. Okay, so today, as you can see, the topic is on platonic friendships. So when I was on Instagram earlier today, I saw this post. I'm gonna put it right here. And actually, I've been wanting to do a video like this for a long time. Evan, why are you looking like that? Anyways, I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. No, I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, so this is like perfect timing. So yeah, let's just get into it. I'm here with my friend Evan. Anyways, I've known him for a couple years now. I've known you since
2012, 13.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, almost 7 years, a decade.
Yeah, so decade friends. How many have them? Yeah, so I've known him for a long time, and initially when I did meet him, I actually met him at my Army unit. And I did not like him. He was getting on my nerves. He was so annoying.
Wait, really?
He always wanted to be like, oh, like hang out with everybody, like, oh, what you doing at the drill? And I used to be like, minding my business and drinking water before everybody started saying that. So whatever the case is, yeah, that's how I know him.
So this is all new to me. I thought me and her was A1 since day one, but
no.
Apparently I annoyed Blessing, which is not a surprise because everyone annoyed Blessing when I first met her. Very reserved, very to herself, which is not a bad thing. And I just took that as a challenge to get to know the woman behind the stoic exterior.
So after, like, you know, basically establishing a genuine friendship with him, I figured he was like an actual real friend. Like, he is actually a good friend even to his other friends.
Of course.
And with that, I always stood by the notion that having platonic friendships is important, because there are conversations that I can have with my girlfriends all day. But when you are actually friends with a guy that you don't have any romantic feelings with or anything like that, and you have like a genuine friendship with that person, you can talk about different topics and actually get real advice because they actually look out for your best interests. So I think that having platonic friendships is important, and I think that it is actually, it can actually happen. It could work.
Of course it can work. I think that we are exhibit A.
Yeah. Make real friends, make real connections. Okay, so I have a couple things that I wanted to talk about.
Real quick question though. How many platonic friends do you have? Do you have like a lot of guy friends?
I do. I have a couple guy friends.
Okay.
Yeah, you're one of them.
So I think that's like, so it's interesting, right? Because I feel like that's like a personality thing. Not everyone can do it, especially like not a lot of guys open themselves up to be able to do that because everything's very sexual, or they feel like they have to, like everything's a conquest almost, right? And I feel like a lot of women traditionally, it's like, you know, you have your homegirls, just, you know, you look at it as a hoe if you hang out with all the guys in school, right? So often you don't see a lot of women with guy friends, you don't see a lot of guys with female friends, women friends. And the ones, when I do see women or men who have like genuine platonic friendships with the other sex, it's like, it's a very particular kind of like personality. And I think we both fit it, like people who are almost like extroverts almost, but at the but like comfortable.
Yeah, I'm extrovert.
I think you're extrovert, but like comfortable commanding attention, not seeking it, but comfortable commanding it, and just genuinely seeking to like be kind to everyone. Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, but it's not a lot of people who I see can be like platonic friends with the opposite sex.
That's definitely true. Growing up for me, especially as like a young girl being in church, it was always, you need to be around other girls. Don't really hang out with other boys because you don't want to give them like a wrong impression. My mom in the Nigerian accent would say, "Blessing, you need to be hanging out with the girls. Why are you talking to every boy that is in the room?" I'm like, "Mommy, I'm just talking to people because they're people. Like, why can't I can't have a conversation? No, you need to be talking to together. And now she's like, where's your husband? So I don't know. Every guy I meet, we turn into friends. So anyways, whatever the case is, I think that when you do get into relationships with the opposite sex or someone that you're not interested in, I think that it's important to definitely establish like certain boundaries. So that's like one of the things that we noticed, and I think that's why with the video, I mean with the Instagram post, it was like bringing so much attention to it because what he put on there, well, the post had the picture of them, and he put, or she put, I don't remember who posted it. Who posted it?
I believe he posted it.
Well, the caption said, normalize friend dates. So
innocent on his face, if you ask me.
Normalize friend dates, but then they are all up on each other. And this is like no slack to them. I'm not talking bad about them. I just think that this is one of those conversations that we should actually have. For one, I'm so tired of the word normalize. People act like they just figured out this word and now we have to normalize everything.
Yes.
I'm so over it.
I think we should be normalizing things.
No, but I'm so tired of people saying it about things that are already happening. You're acting like a friend date hasn't already, like you literally just came up with that concept.
But as we just spoke on, and as we'll probably touch on in a minute, it is normalized friend date, because what he's saying is I can't go out with my friend, this one who's my friend, without people, the onlookers, immediately thinking that we're in a romantic relationship, immediately thinking that we're sexually involved. So I think to his point, normalize friend dates.
Okay, but he said normalize friend dates. You have to actually look at the entire thing. Mm-hmm. They actually went on like an actual date.
What is, okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
What is a date? Okay.
What is the difference,
He is dressed up and then she is dressed up and they all up on each other. Like taking pictures like.
They did do that. Like,
they all up on each other. So I'm not saying that, I don't know them personally, so I don't know what they got going on. But I think I think what they have going on is like on the extreme of what a friend date looks like. I've been on a lot of friend dates with my guy friends. We didn't call it a date. It just, we hung out, we got something to eat, like, my friends pay for my food, I pay for their food sometimes. Like, I don't think it's like this super big deal that you have to make this post and be like, normalize friend dates. And then you're making it, like, even the caption was all like, oh, like, you know, my friend is so accomplished and all this type of stuff. And then I went on his page and like, he's in medical school right now. He has like a little business. Like, he has like a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, he does have a lot of things to celebrate. But it just seems very pretentious. It's interesting.
Yeah. To your point, I do think he went out his way to make a point that didn't need to be made. Because if you're just hanging out with a friend, like what's understood shouldn't have to be explained to the world. Especially when you use words like date. I think dating is synonymous to romance, right? On his face, I think it is innocent. On his face, I think it should be like normalize women and men, the opposite sex, being able to hang out and not having to like be subjected to people thinking they're in a romantic relationship or sexual with each other. I do think we should normalize that. But to your point, with him like using the word date, he had his taco meat out, she had the slit. It's like, okay. I'm not gonna lie, if I seen them out, I'd be like, oh, that is a very cute couple. That's a very attractive couple right there, right? Naturally. So, I mean, I don't know if that plays, like, if that speaks on his point, like, we're judging, we're prejudging and not knowing what the hell is heck is going on, excuse my language, like I say hell, not knowing what the heck is going on, or if it's like, or if he's really tripping and like doing the most and being pretentious, as Blessing says, by posting this when clearly there's some romantic juices flowing just based off of the pictures y'all was taking, headlocks and everything. It was, yeah. But I'm all for friend hangouts and dates, personally.
Yeah, I mean, friend hangouts are cool. I think sometimes we're in this space where we want to reconstruct language, and often. And I went to a church where they called it encouragement dates. So encouragement date was a brother in Christ would ask a sister in Christ to go and hang out, and the goal was to just get to know the sister. Like, and the encouragement dates were fun. Like, it was a really good time. But sometimes you could do one-on-one encouragement dates, or you could go in group encouragement dates. The thought behind it, I feel like it was genuine. Like, it does come off like, oh, like, you know, it's really caring. But there were some people that were still broken, that just got out of a relationship, and a guy would ask her, oh, let me take you on an encouragement date, let me encourage you. Or there were some women in the church that were seeking to actually be dating, and they were interested in a brother who took them out. But then the guy wasn't really interested in her. He just took her out to encourage her. But then he ended up being in a relationship with someone else. So with me, I saw it as a scouting mechanism. And when I was at church, I told them, I said, I'm tired of this encouragement date thing. Like, this is so bogus. Stop calling encouragement dates. They're like, Blessing, you have to refine your mind in Christ. No, like, I don't believe in saying that it's an encouragement date, because the word date, there's still, like, that word still means something. Like, you can't just make this word mean something else.
Right.
At least not in that context, especially when it is male and female relationships. I feel like you're trying to make things seem like something it's not, but then what do you do when someone's feelings are kind of misplaced? And I mean, it's not your fault if their feelings are misplaced, because that's their responsibility, right? But still, like,
so if we're not calling it a friend date, is that what they called it? A friend date. We're not calling it a friend date, and we're just calling it a hangout. Like, I'm hanging out with my friend who is a woman. Like, that does not take away from the feelings that may or may not be there, right? Just because the date is not there. So do you have a problem? No, clearly you don't, because me and you have gone hiking together. We've hung out plenty of times, right? But let's take it to another level. If you're in a relationship, would you have a problem with your significant other hanging out, going on hangouts with someone of the opposite sex?
It depends.
So what, Dolo?
It depends, because I say it depends. They can't go on dates like that. Like no, what? You can't be dressing up with taco meat out. No.
Wait.
No, they can't do stuff
like that. Let's stop there. So
no.
There's a dress code for your significant other if he's going to hang out or she's going to hang out with.
You gotta wear jeans and a long sleeve. You gotta wear a turtleneck.
Why?
No taco meat out.
And what is that speaking to?
Because taco meat don't need to be out. Okay. So now I'm just kidding. I'm being stupid.
I don't think she's being stupid. I'm very serious. My girlfriend had the same conversation with her, and she said the exact same thing. She said there will be no taco meat. She pretty much threatened me for my life if I ever hang out with one of my friends and my taco meat is out. And if she has a slit, then we're both dead. So I think that's a serious thing that women are like,
you never went on
not even just like women, okay? Not even just women, but even men. Like, cause if I'm thinking about it, if I see my significant other going out and she has the slit, I think my first thought is going to be like, where you going? What you got going on? Oh, I'm going to hang out with Tommy. Well, what y'all going to do? I think for that 2 seconds, I'm going to feel away. I'm going to feel jealous. I'm going to feel like, well, I'm going to have questions. But I think the maturity is to be like, okay, I trust my partner. To be like, you know, we have a commitment and we have placed boundaries with each other. So I'm not going to put you in a box for what you can wear and what you cannot wear when you go hang out with your friends. I think that's a little weird, and I think that's a little
I think my thing is, why do you want your taco meat out? Why?
Because
why do you want to look so good to go out? Because you already look good with a t-shirt. So why y'all like, what's going on?
This is like mental abuse. This is like emotional abuse. I can't look good. I can't put.
You can't look your total best.
I wouldn't. Baby,
you gotta look subpar.
If I'm talking to my ladies, like, baby, I'm not looking my total best. I can't look my total best without you on my arm. So clearly, I'm not looking my best. However, as your man, I am a representation of myself. I'm a representation of you. I'm a representation of everything I stand for. It's not out the realm of possibility that I will go out with my button up with 2 buttons, you know, undone, smelling like Bond number 9, looking real good with a crisp cut. That's not out the realm of possibility. Why do I have to dumb myself down to go hang out with my friend? I don't know. Is it insecurity? Does it have something to do with insecurity?
Wow, that's a big statement.
I'm asking. It's not a statement. It's a question.
I don't think it's insecurity. I think it is perception. So if you are dressing like your top best, like you would if we were going on out on a date, and you told me, oh, I'm about to go hang out with Kim, and you look like that, I'm gonna be like, okay. And you know what? I don't have a lot of emotion attached to this because honestly, I'm not in a relationship. So I don't know what that would feel like. But as of right now, I would question it. In the past good relationships I've been in, I have been like, okay, well, I mean, you're gonna hang out with so-and-so, because like with me, I don't wanna feel restricted either. Like when I'm in a relationship, I still wanna be able to hang out with my guy friends and talk to them. But I think perception is reality in a lot of cases. Like for your birthday, I took a picture with you and I had so many people say, oh, bless, who that? And that's not my first time taking a picture with my guy friend and put it on my social media. But every time I do take a picture with my guy friend and put it on social media, everyone want to know who that is.
So if that's look, if that's the case, if the case is no matter what we do, it's going to be like, oh, who that? Back to old buddy's name. I wish we knew his name. We should normalize having platonic friendships. We should normalize being able to hang out with people of the opposite sex and it be friendly and to be platonic and not have anything sexual to do with it.
His name is Terry.
Young Terry. So his point, I think we should. That's key right there. The hand in the back, the small in the back. No, Terry. I don't know, Terry.
But he wasn't touching it.
Ooh, he's not touching it.
Yeah, he wasn't touching it.
Keen eye.
That's why they did that. That's what it looked like.
To young Terry's point, this is with your girlfriend. That very platonic. Look.
They dating.
No, they're not. This is I don't know if they're dating or not, but this is the Charlie's Angel back-to-back pose. Come on now. I feel like we're reaching. I feel like we're really reaching at this point.
I think that the way things are posted with their friendship date and how he's trying to pose like friends should go on these type of dates, I feel like with him saying we should normalize it, he's making himself kind of like the prototype of what friendship dates should look like. I don't agree with that. I think that friendship dates are pretty much done. He's not coming up with a concept. I know he's saying to normalize it. I know he's trying to reintroduce it to make it seem more like friendship dates could look in certain different type of ways. But you know what? Scratch that, because we've been talking about that for a minute. How about being friends with someone that you're attracted to?
I don't think that would be. So if and now that I'm in a relationship, I would not be friends with someone who I am sexually attracted to, right?
Cause he a dog.
I lied. I definitely just lied.
Yeah, don't be out here Darren Jackson.
That's not true.
Don't be Darren Jackson.
There ain't nothing Darren or Jackson. There ain't nothing Darren Jackson about me. That's a lie.
It's Darren, not Darren.
I don't know. However, I wouldn't make any new friends who like I'm attracted to. I take that back too. Man. I think attraction is a natural thing. Like you are attracted to, you can't help what you're attracted to. But the key, the discipline is what you do with that attraction. So if I meet somebody, if I meet a friend at work, a young lady, she's cool and we're cordial at work, and I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to go out my way to try to befriend her because I know I'm attracted to her. I know I probably had thoughts on it. So I'm going to make sure I take this proper steps to not disrespect my relationship, but still be able to grow my network and grow this cordial relationship that I have with her. But I think that I don't think it's hard at all. But I think a lot of times we get so caught up in ourselves and being selfish, speaking as a man, that we want everything. We want to conquer everything. If she's attractive, she's talking to me, she wants to have sex with me. And I used to think like that back in the day. Being a little older, that's not the case. So to your question, yes, I could be friends with someone who I am attracted to.
I would say, you know, as a Christian woman, we kind of get this thing where if you are hanging out with a lot of guys in church or whatever, people are like, oh my gosh, like you have a thing for this guy just because you're hanging out with them. Well, every time someone talks to you does not mean that they like you. Like you have to get that in your head. I think that's definitely a maturity thing. And I think that goes back to what Evans was saying, where it's kind of selfish. Like you feel like everything is about you. You definitely feel like it's your world and everyone else revolves around it. And I think that is definitely childish. So for me, I have a lot of guy friends that are attractive, and there are some of my guy friends, like, I'm attracted to them, but honestly, I value my friendship with them so much. Why y'all raggedy? Stop looking at me like